Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we are going to speak about stopping avoiding those things that are difficult to do. This was another one of those questions that a Corn had asked, and I do believe that it is particularly important because there's so many people out there that have this thing called fear of failure. They are afraid that if they try to do something they don't know how to do, that they are going to fail at it, and so they won't do it. And this is a problem because it is through learning how to do those things we don't know how to do that we learn how to really appreciate our ingenuity and abilities that we didn't know that we had. And that goes very far in terms of helping us with our self-esteem, which is super important. I'm going to give you an example from my own life of a couple of those things that I had to do that were kind of scary to do. One of them is going to the Israeli consulate to get my student visa because I'm going over there in October to get a master's degree in peace and conflict management. Now, dealing with consulates can be, terrorizing at some point because you have no say in what they're doing. And when you're dealing with the Israeli consulate, where security is really important, it can be even more intimidating. All I wanted to do was get that day done. I looked on the consulate website and I followed what they had to say to the letter. I got there super early because I didn't know how long it was going to take. Well, I kind of knew how long it was going to take to get from Grand Central Station over to the consulate. Not that long. But then I didn't really know how long the line was going to be and what the procedure was really because I never had to do this before. The last time I went to Israel, I didn't need a visa. It was only visiting, so I could just go. So I got there really, really early, and I did everything that they asked me to do. And as a result of that, I was so concerned with my paperwork. My handwriting is horrific no matter how hard I try to write legibly. I just didn't know how it was going to go. But let me tell you something. It was smooth as silk. No problem at all. And I do believe it is because I did everything in the preparations to make it be so. So in October, I can go back and get my student visa and my passport and be on my way. And I can't say that was true of a lot of the other people who were there, who were told that they were missing paperwork. The paperwork that they had was not what they needed to have because they didn't have the correct seals or whatever. It's just one of those things. Be prepared. And just do what you gotta do. When you're at the other side, you feel really good about it. I know I did. The second example I have is from doing my literature review for my master's degree in medical sociology for my master's thesis. Something I had never done before, okay? And let me tell you something. Although I did not cry over it, I can't tell you how many times I wrote it and rewrote it, checking in with the tutors that were available to help me with this project because I needed the guidance to do it. And I want to tell you that it was worth the effort because I got 7 out of 7 points when I handed it in. Later on, when I had to do the master's thesis itself, of which the literature review was just one part of it, I had no idea what parts needed to be included in this project, and I had asked my professor, and she didn't direct me to the page where it was. But I found the page, and I did it exactly the way that the example had, And lo and behold, I got 35 out of 35 points, which for 100 points for the course is rather important. And I can tell you quite honestly, I was really, really gratified with that result because it was hard and therefore fulfilling. So I want people to understand that it is through challenging ourselves to get out of our boxes and to do those things that maybe are a challenge, to walk through the fear, to get to the other side, to know that you can do it, and to give yourself the self-respect and the fulfillment that one can create by doing these things. It's so important to our growth. Instead of running away because, oh my God, life is just so hard and it's just so confusing, I can't figure out. Guess what? There are resources out there. There are people that you can ask. There are ways to find the answers. And a lot of this has to do with being creative, never giving up, and getting the thing done. And certainly in terms of the timeliness of the three projects really that I was talking about, there were time limits on each and every one of them. My program was an online program, and we had papers that were due every single week that we had to write. So it just needed to get done, and do what you got to do. So I want you to realize that I'm not super special or anything. We can all do those things, and we owe it to ourselves to do those things so that we can know that we're able, that we're competent people. And if you have children, it's even more important because they role model what you do, not what you say. We know this. That's what the research says. So get out of that box that you're living in and go do those things that you find really scary and learn that you can be amazing in getting these things done when you get to the other side. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.